We finally have a big announcement in the NBA, with it currently recently just being reported that Houston Rockets point guard Russell Westbrook officially wants out of the Houston Rockets and requesting a trade. This is all being reported by Shams. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news to talk about with you guys, and look, I am not a Houston Rockets fan at all. I do like the Rockets, but I am actually kind of mad at this, because even though I kind of feel like with the way the team headed in the playoffs, it wasn't going in the right direction. I feel like they needed to change a couple things up. I am not a fan of Russell Westbrook on the Rockets at all. I believe that James Harden, in my opinion, is a quality player, and I definitely feel like James Harden can win a championship, but I'm not too sure if he can win a championship as, like, the number one option on a team. I feel like he would be great as a duo with, a player like LeBron James or Ben Simmons, those point forward type of players. Even Giannis, I feel like those three players would be absolutely perfect to partner up with James Harden, but I just feel like a player like Russell Westbrook, it was probably never going to work out on the Houston Rockets in the first place. And honestly, with the way Westbrook played in the playoffs, it kind of does annoy me a little bit that he actually requested a trade. I don't really feel like Westbrook has too much value to him at all. I mean, if you guys watch the playoffs, you guys would know exactly what I'm talking about here. Like, I know James Harden got some stuff talked about him, some negative stuff talked about him through the playoffs, but honestly, if you watch the playoffs, I don't really feel like it was James Harden's fault at all. In fact, I feel like most of the fault kind of lands on Russell Westbrook. He played absolutely trash for the majority of the playoffs. Like, I believe against the Lakers, he was like nowhere to be seen. Eric Gordon played decent. He was very good defensively, but he was so inaccurate from the three-point line. Robert Covington was so good in the playoffs. Like, he was really good. But again, I don't feel like it's really James Harden's fault for the lack of consistency that happened in the playoffs. I feel like Westbrook just showed that he's not really that good in the playoffs again. Like, I mean, it's the last 4 years now. Westbrook has really been, he gets eliminated either first round, and now that he made it to the second round, he literally didn't show up at all. And I mean, he got smashed by Damian Lillard in the previous playoffs. Before he got to the Rockets, he literally had no impact with the Rockets against the Lakers, like, at all. Hey, I just don't know how much Russell Westbrook is worth at all, and his contract is, pretty huge. And when we look at it like this, I can't believe that the Oklahoma City Thunder were able to get Chris Paul and 2 first-round picks, I believe it was, for Russell Westbrook. Like, I mean, when we compare Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook's season, Russell Westbrook was okay through the regular season. Then when he got to the playoffs, he literally did, like, nothing. But then when we look at Chris Paul was elite all season, took OKC to the playoffs as the number one star on his team, then was really, really good in the playoffs, was way better than Russell Westbrook, and literally the Thunder got him out of Westbrook and a couple first-round picks. That's an absolute robbery, in my opinion. That was such a good trade for OKC, but again, I don't really know what the Rockets are going to be able to get for Russell Westbrook. It's also kind of being talked about right now that James Harden hasn't requested a trade and might not request a trade, but again, there is still a lot of confusion on what's going to happen with James Harden. I believe he could still get traded. I think it's going to be a 50-50 at this point. I'll probably make a separate video on what I think will happen with James Harden. There's been rumors that multiple teams are interested in him at the moment, but when it does come to Russell Westbrook, I don't know how many teams are going to be interested in him. We've heard the Clippers and the Knicks are two of the main teams, and like two of the only teams so far that have come out and said they are interested in him. Again, I'll probably be making a separate video on that one, but it's just, I really don't know how the Rockets are going to handle this. I feel really bad for their GM, because honestly, after Russell Westbrook's playoff performance, I really don't know how much he is worth. I don't know how many teams will be interested in him, and I don't really think it's going to be too many, and I don't really think too many teams are going to be wanting to give up too much for him at all. So, again, I kind of feel bad for the Rockets right now. I'm a little bit annoyed that Westbrook has come out and requested a trade, because even though I feel like it was the right thing for him to do, and he doesn't really make any sense on the Rockets, I just believe that after that playoff performance, surely you'd want to, even think about coming back and having, try and redeem yourself as a player, because, geez, his playoff performance was was something different. I was very critical about him all playoffs. I know a lot of people were. But again, I just really don't know how this is all going to go. But again, I would really like to hear all of your thoughts and opinions on this in the comment section down below. Do you guys think Russell Westbrook should, what team should he get traded to? Should the Rockets actually trade him? Again, I definitely would really like to know all of your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think about him requesting a trade? But again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for the latest NBA news and NBA content. Don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRO/vlog channels. Links for them will all be in the description down below. And don't forget to check out my podcast as well if you haven't already. Links for that will also be in the description down below. But as I was saying, to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.